Oh, so y'all finally getting it together, huh? I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest. I was trying to be a whistleblower to let y'all know that this type of stuff was going on. I tried to let y'all know before they took my job away from me, but y'all allowed them to. So now y'all see that they've been taking our money and using it. And guess what? The Housing Community Development Department in the city of Houston, the $1.1 billion that we received for Hurricane Harvey and still didn't do anything but gave raises to work wives and promotions to work wives. And me being a federal employee for 11 plus years, call myself being a whistleblower and then losing my job because I was the whistleblower. So we have employees working for the City of Houston Housing and Community Development Department that's making six figures doing nothing. They're sitting at home. They're cheating on their spouses during lunch breaks, but they're not re-roofing homes. They're not helping with down payment assistance. There's so many different audits that go on there, and they just shoo them under the rug because they want to give them the funds so they can all keep their jobs. See, when I went to OIG to file a complaint, they told me that one, they don't help with whistleblowers, and two, since I wasn't the one having the affair, that I can't file a grievance to save my job. I tried to explain to them that my job was grant funded, and instead of them promoting me or moving me into another position, they exchanged my position with someone that was on the layoff list so they could lay me off. I had no I had no type of write-ups. I was transferred from under my boss before, twice before they laid me off. And one is because they transferred me twice because the ones that they did transfer me under were doing illegal. They were doing illegal things on the clock, like going. Yeah, they go and work out and they go and sleep together on their lunch breaks. What they do with taxpayers' money is they steal time. They sit there for 3 hours and then leave and get paid for 8, 9, or 10 hours. The City of Houston Housing Community Development Department let go of all of the actual workers so that they could entertain their work affairs. If you look into the analytics of the department, half of the employees that work for the finance don't even have a degree to work in finance or a background of working in finance. They just sleep with each other and get promotions. And I tried to whistleblow that and they laid me off. I was definitely not in the department to be laid off. I was given promises to be promoted. And I think those promises to be promoted was for me to keep my mouth shut. For them to be able to continue to abuse me, like one of the top directors was using people to make documents, illegal documents, like all type of pay stubs and stuff like that. So with that being said, your USD, your tax dollars, your all that good stuff, because it's not from tax. They say it's not from the city of Houston. It's from the federal government. It's from GLOW. So the government, federal funds are being basically fraud. They're wasting them. They're not saving anyone for from home repairs. They knew that a woman wanted to spend the refund for her home repairs for Hurricane Harvey. They knew that she wanted to pay her mortgage and that she was a City of Houston employee. And instead of giving her the money so she could save her home mortgage, in which that's what we, provide services for, the team that was over it, they're currently working there now, stopped her check. They kept prolonging it on purpose, not because of we didn't have the funds. We have wire transfers that they transfer in seconds, just so someone can go and take a trip with their work spouse for a training. So with that being, they take these trainings and they spend $2,000-$3,000 per person, and then they invite like 15 of them, and they'll go and they'll be together as a couple. They're at the training. These are employees that are married, that have husbands and wives at home, that go and spend federal funds to go and have like a Diddy party in another state. Okay, I whistleblowed that. They transferred me into a department so that I was laid off. They tried to blame it on COVID. They tried to blame it on the funds being retrieved from, $1.1 billion that was not spent, was given back to Texas Globe. And when it was given back to Texas Globe, they made a group of individuals that were part of that actual fund, and I was not on that list. They did everything that they wanted on purpose because they knew that they could not control me anymore, because I started seeing the abuse. When I first was working in the file room, I noticed the ways of them paying off the auditors to make all of their paperwork look perfect. So when I noticed that they were doing that, they came up with a program so we can electronically save our documents, and they started redacting, and that's when the fraud started. That's when they start changing the documents. That's when I started noticing patterns of our funds, running out in ways that were not from the City of Houston. And what was going on was majority of the employees that knew the contractors of these, these builders that we were giving contracts to rebuild or do repairs to homes. The homes, they basically was getting paid. The employees was getting paid under the table from these contractors just so to grab the contract. So say we grabbed, say one of the contractors grabbed a contract for $150,000 for a home repair. A percentage of that is going back to the employee. So, with that being said, I knew of these things.
Frankly, FEMA's not good. I think when you have a problem like this, I think you want to go and, whether it's a Democrat or Republican governor, you want to use your state to fix it and not waste time calling FEMA. And then FEMA gets here and they don't know the area. They've never been to the area, and they want to give you rules that you've never heard about. They want to bring people that aren't as good as the people you already have. And FEMA's turned out to be a disaster. And you could go back a long way. You could go back to Louisiana. You could go back to some of the things that took place in Texas. It turns out to be the state that ends up doing the work. It just complicates it. I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away. And we pay directly. We pay a percentage to the state. But the state should fix this. If the state did this from the beginning, it would have been a lot better situation. I think you guys agree with that, right?